Catching F units in common carrier service in 21st century America is rare indeed. On May 29, 2014, we paid a visit to the Keokuk Junction Railway in Mapleton, Illinois, to catch their two former Canadian National FP9A units in operation. We caught it in 3 different locations as it left town with 5 cars in tow headed west. What was once commonplace all across the country is hard to find today. Even on this date in 2014, these F units had another 5 years left in them before they were retired by the railroad. The train rolled along with ease in Glassford. On July 22, 2020, in Santa Paula, California, UP's local, known as the LOF-63, arrived in town with 4 empty tank cars to be interchanged with the Fillmore and Western Railway. During this time period, a few dozen empty LPG cars that were not needed for the time being were stored on the Fillmore and Western just east of Fillmore. One of the crew exited the cab to tend to the switch on the west end, which the local will be using later. Watch how he points to our camera and tells the rest of the crew to behave. Even though the cars were empty, a buffer car was still required to separate the engines from the tank cars. In the distance, the Fillmore and Western waited for UP to hand the LPG cars off so they can continue the journey eastward. Just east of town, the Fillmore and Western approached our camera. This stretch of track was part of the original Southern Pacific coastline until 1904, when the Montalvo Cutoff was built. This remained a secondary route with diminishing business over time until a 1978 washout resulted in the abandonment of the track from Saugus to Piru. A GP-35 and F-7A provided ample power for the train. Fillmore and Western was far more well known for its tourist trains that ran between Fillmore and Santa Paula, and movie trains if and when Hollywood came knocking. But given the opportunity, it can handle whatever freight business was needed. In this case, car storage added a few bucks to the company coffers. The train continued east through some eucalyptus trees. F7 number 100 was built in 1949 and used on the Chicago and Northwestern as number 4068. It was acquired from the Maryland Midland. The ex-Santa Fe caboose represented the buffer car for this move. The classic bridge just outside Fillmore has always been a favorite spot for rail fans. The train passed one of several old packing houses in town. In order to store the cars at the designated spot between Fillmore and Piru, the power had to run around its train in Fillmore and shove the tank cars into position. The caboose was traded for a hopper as the new buffer car. Sadly, in June 2021, the owners of the Fillmore and Western decided to retire, and all rail operations ceased. It has since been acquired by Sierra Railroad, so there's a light at the end of the tunnel. In the meantime, let's enjoy this great image east of Fillmore of a GP35 and an F7 working a freight train in 2020. Both the track and the F unit may have seen better days, but with a working oscillating headlight and a Nathan P5A air horn on a line that isn't even a museum, nobody's complaining. Thanks for watching.